The Bengals played in front of 41,000 people. That's it. Nobody goes to that game, man. You talk about a bad owner. I mean, Dan Snyder's horrible. Mike Brown, arguably worse. But they come back. They're down 14 points in the second half. They come back, win the game. Big field goal there by Ted Nugent at the end of the game to beat the Bills. The Bills obviously had that game won. Ryan Fitzpatrick from Harvard came back down to earth. Now you look at the Bills, and you think, is this somewhat flukish? Because they just lost to the Bengals, right? A team that if you're good, you're going to beat the Bengals. They were down big to the Patriots, and they were down big to the Raiders. And yeah, they came back. But I believe if they're come in the meaty part of games, if you get yourself down big, there are flaws to your team, which is why I don't think the Lions are so great yet. You can look at it the other way and say, wow, what incredible character to be able to come back. That's also true. But there are flaws to the Lions if you found yourself down 27-3 in the third quarter. But with the Bills now, everything is a little questionable. It's fun, and I hope they make the playoffs, but this game was, I think, revealing for what the Bills are, and we'll have to see what happens to them next week. You know who the Bills have next week? I mean, it's a ridiculous question off the top of your head to get. You know, remember when people had a newspaper and this is how you had to get information? Let me check and see who the Bills play next week. Philadelphia. They have Philly at home. That'll be
winnable.
Look at that. But that winnable, yeah. But I mean, you got two teams like we test the Bills. They're back at home. Are they really good? And here are the Eagles at 1-3. And can the Eagles sort of stop the Bills' rushing game? Can they stop Fred Jackson?
And Steve Johnson and David Nilsson.
Steve Johnson and David Nilsson. I would say, off the top of my head, not knowing injury, anything, that the Eagles are going to be a slight favorite in that game still, which is amazing. A 1-3 team at a 3-1 team. I bet the Eagles are a slight favorite. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll take a look at that later in the week. And that'll be a check game for the Eagles, and they'll win that game by at least a touchdown. Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz along with Rookie Mankiewicz, and we're hosting TYT Sports, and we'd like you to subscribe, wouldn't we, Rookie? What are you looking at?